This is Access Houston on 97.9 The Box.
Good Sunday morning. You're listening to Access Houston. I'm your host, KG Smooth. Welcoming back to the program. He's a friend of the show. Has been on many times before, and he is the board chairman of Achievement Through Leadership Foundation. Please welcome back Mr. Fred Navarre. What's up, G?
How's it going, man?
Not bad. How are you?
Doing well.
Yeah, you're looking good, man.
Thank you.
Man, I see the weight loss journey. Was that something intentional?
It was very much intentional and very much needed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, how are you feeling?
Feel great.
Mm-hmm. So tell us about leadership. Achievement Through Leadership Foundation.
Okay. Achievement Through Leadership Foundation was founded in 2005 as a means to help young men and women go to school, help them be able to afford an education, and also to mentor them. And in that time, Achievement Through Leadership Foundation has done amazing things with the youth in Greater Houston. As most people know, but some don't, it was founded by members of the Missouri City Sugar Land Alumni Chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. Mm-hmm. And throughout the years, we've added other people on the board, such as my board chairman, Jonas Sargent. And they have done amazing works within the foundation as far as helping us raise money for scholarship, helping us formulate programs such as Project Slam, Project Mail, and do other mentorship initiatives within the community.
Nice. And how long you been with them, though?
I've been with ATLF for 5 years now.
5 years?
Yeah, I've been board chairman for 5 years.
What was the need to create ATLF?
What
was it that you all saw that was like, what, we need to do something about this?
Right. That was definitely before I came on board, but the gentleman that created ATLF saw a need for young men and women to be able to afford an education, those that couldn't. Also young men and women, especially young men that needed mentorship. And ATLF throughout the years has done an amazing job providing mentorship for those young men and women.
And your role exactly with the foundation, because you have many, and I know that you all are having your big your scholarship, right, your annual scholarship reception. But talk about your role in the foundation.
So I wear many hats in the foundation. I'll first start off by saying that I definitely could not do any of it without my vice chair, Jonah, and also without my board members. ATLF has an amazing board, and also we have the awesome support of the Missouri City Sugar Land Alumni Chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. As board chairman, I run the day-to-day operations. Mm-hmm. I make sure that, everybody's doing their part. We work as a team. So there's really not a time where, I'm charged with just being out there by myself. I have a committee chairman, Jasmine Belton, who helps me with a lot of the fundraising initiatives. Jonas Sargent helps keep us in compliance. We have Dr. Nitra Piper, who helps run our finances, Dr. Justin Washington and Marklin Eakins and Brian Wright. They keep us on board with certain initiatives within the community as far as mentorship and, kind of making sure that we're out there and we're doing what our mission, says that we're going to do.
Nice.
We also have Adrian Green, who's our board attorney, who makes sure we don't end up in court.
Well, we definitely don't want that, especially when you give it back to the community. That would be tragic. You're listening to Access Houston, talking to the board chairman of Achievement Through Leadership Foundation, Mr. Fred Navarre. The annual scholarship reception is happening on June the 2nd. That's a Sunday. Sunday,
yes, that is a Sunday.
June 2nd. So let's talk about the scholarship reception. Okay. Clearly, you all will be giving out scholarships. What
Absolutely.
is the criteria for the students to receive these scholarships?
So we have several scholarships ranging from high school senior scholarships to business majors, accounting majors. We have one for aspiring law students, one for aspiring physicians. We even have one that's been added this year that's specialized for, especially for MBA students. And the scholarships, most of them were donated by individuals within the community, also individuals in the chapter, and they were named after certain family members. For instance, we have a scholarship that is for engineering students that was sponsored by Dr. Yvette Pearson, who's the Associate Dean of Engineering at Rice University. She also has a company called the Peer Group, and so they sponsor this particular scholarship, especially for engineering students. We have another one for family and consumer science majors at Sam Houston State University, sponsored by Reginald Randolph in memory of his late wife, Miss Kim Elsie Randolph. So we have all kinds of scholarships for all kinds of students majoring in all different types of majors. What we have done in years past is just encourage students to go to the website, atlfhouston.org, click on the scholarships tab, and just look at what scholarship, is designed specially for you. If you are a student in the Texas area, or even not in the Texas area, we have a scholarship for you that you would probably qualify for. You just have to go out there and look for it.
Wow. So it's kind of like a custom-made scholarship for the students in whatever field that they are looking to go into.
Absolutely.
Wow.
And we have some, generic scholarships that are just, general scholarships. You can major in anything and be able to qualify for those also.
So on Sunday, June 2nd,
Yes.
The time and the day, where's it going to be?
So it's going to be held at Momentum Porsche this year.
Okay.
It's going to be June 2nd at 6 o'clock p.m. Those that want to purchase tickets can go to atlf2019.eventbrite.com. Again, that's atlf2019.eventbrite.com. And the reception, of course, is going to award the scholarships to the young men and women. And the funds were raised during Kasino Royale, which most people know that's our signature scholarship fundraiser that we have every February.
Right.
So thanks to those that donated to Kasino Royale and made it possible for us to be able to give these scholarships on June 2nd.
And so that's amazing that, you who did donate when Kasino Royale was going on, you actually see where your money is going and how it's benefiting these students. So, and at the night, is there a keynote speaker or anything? Like y'all having dinner? Like what's Sunday night gonna be like?
All right, so Sunday night is going to it's going to be a really nice event. We're going to have live jazz. We're going to have a few proclamations that will be given to the individuals who receive scholarships. We will have dinner. There'll be a buffet. There'll be photo booth. Pretty much like Kasino Royale, but we'll be awarding the scholarships instead of raising money for the scholarships.
No doubt. So come on, suited and booted. And for those students and parents who are listening now that, hey, well, shoot, if they're giving out scholarships for, particular majors or whatnot, or focuses on whatever the child wants to do, what should one do for next year?
So we give away many scholarships each year. We just encourage individuals to go to the website early. Usually, like I said, the fundraiser is in February, and we usually have the scholarships online by March. Definitely go out there, atlfhouston.org, and see what scholarship you may qualify for. Like I said, we pretty much have scholarships for everybody. You just have to go and see which scholarship, relates to your specific major or what you're doing. Some of them, you just have to be a high school senior, to be able to qualify for the scholarships. But ATLF throughout the years has done an amazing job raising money to send students to school, and this year we're giving away 19 scholarships, which is the most we've given away in our existence.
Wow. For you, you're listening to Access Houston, talking to Fred Navarre from Achievement Through Leadership Foundation. He's the board chair of the annual scholarship reception, which is this Sunday, June the 2nd at it's going to be at
Momentum Porsche.
Momentum Porsche. Yes. I was about to say Momentum BMW. And so, for you, with your 5 years of being out, what has been the highlight of being the board chairman for ATLF, and just through all of the years and the experiences with the fundraising event and the scholarship reception, what is it that brings you delight with working with ATLF?
The highlight has been, for me, the major highlight has been, of course, as an educator, hearing from all of the individuals throughout the years that we've awarded scholarships to, having them come back and say, hey, as a result of receiving the scholarship, this is what I was able to accomplish. Or I was able to, matriculate and complete my education as a result of, someone believing in me, or someone giving me a chance, or ATLF, being able to back me up with my education process. So for me, that's the greatest thing, just having those students come back and say, hey, I made it.
That's what's up. So save the date for Sunday, June 2nd at Momentum Porsche.
Yes.
The address?
Momentum Porsche is 10155 Southwest Freeway. That's 10155 Southwest Freeway. And again, additional details and tickets can be purchased at ATLF2019.eventbrite.com.
Mr. Fred Navarre from Achievement Through Leadership Foundation, board chair for the annual scholarship reception. Man, good to see you. Thanks for coming on.
Good to see you. Thank you.
Good Sunday morning. You're listening to Access Houston. I'm your host, KG Smooth. I've got a lot of Black Star Power in studio this morning. Black Girl Magic, Black Boy Joy here representing the 2018 and 19 Miss Black and Natural Pageant. Please welcome Miss Brianna McField, Miss Black and Natural, Mississippi. Good morning.
Good morning.
Also, is it Zaynah? Zaynah Ahmad, Miss Junior Black and Natural from Pennsylvania.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. And we also have Mr. Isaiah Samuels, Mr. Black Excellent Texas is in the building.
Good morning.
How you doing? And the lovely Marley Cunningham, Miss Black and Natural Junior representing Texas. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you guys doing?
Very good.
Good. So you won your title, and you're going to give up your crown this year. How does that feel?
Well, it's not bad for me. I know that it was fun all year, but I want to show other young girls, Black and Natural girls, that anything is possible and to just keep smiling.
Keep smiling. I like that. Who can tell us about Miss Black and Natural Pageant? I absolutely love it. I mean, I'm familiar. I went to one of the pageants maybe 2 summers ago, I believe it might have been, and it was beautiful. But a lot of people may not know about Miss Black and Natural. So tell us about the Miss Black and Natural Pageant. Natural, folks, meaning natural hair, which these tresses are on fleek this morning. So tell us about that, Brianna.
Well, basically, Miss Black and Natural Pageant system is for women of color who embrace their natural hair and their natural beauty, and basically give you a platform to encourage other women of color to be sure in themselves and to embrace their natural beauty along with other young Black girls coming up in this society. They need a voice or a beacon that says, hey, it's okay to be who you are. It's okay to be true to yourself. It's okay to be natural. It's okay to be exactly how God made you.
It is okay, just like that. And so what was you guys' inspiration to, your children, so I guess your parents are the ones that let your hair grow naturally. Did you want that for yourself?
Yes, because I like to show my natural beauty to the world. Yeah. And I didn't have to I just liked my hair like this.
You just like your hair the way that it is. Yeah. And your hair is beautiful. Zaynah, how is it keeping that together?
It's very nice, but even though it takes forever to do, but even though it's so natural, diversity of my curls and all the other hairstyles, I can put it down, I can put it up, I can keep it in the pineapple. Everybody calls me pineapple girl at school.
Yeah, you like the pineapple.
And I just love all my hairstyles my mom makes for me, and it's just I like it.
Yeah, I do too. I had a lot more hair than this. As a matter of fact, about 2 weeks ago, I just trimmed it down. I mean, I had a lot of hair, but I somehow stumbled into this world of modeling, and I was in New York for Fashion Week, the first weekend of New York Fashion Week, and walked in a couple of shows, but they kept blowing my hair out, and I ended up having a lot of heat damage, and so my hair was brittle and weak, and I got back to Houston, and I was just so sad about it, but started the process to try to get it back. But it was so uneven because of the heat damage. I didn't know that I was walking around here looking a fool. And so when I went to the salon 2 weeks ago, she said, hey, I was going to say to you, it's time to cut it down. Let's just start over. I'm like, yeah, let's just start over. It's only hair. You're listening to Access Houston. We are talking to the Miss Black and Natural Pageant Queens and a king, Mr. Black Excellence, Isaiah Samuel, who is also here to discuss the Black and Natural Pageant. So tell us how it feels. Well, no, let me get to Isaiah, because you're the only male that's in with all of these. How did you become Mr. Black Excellence Texas?
Well, actually, my mom works with Day, who I believe is over the pageant and stuff like that. She's a public relations person. Yeah. And I was actually on 102.5 one time. They invited me to come to the radio station, and then they had asked who knows about money. And then I mentioned that I was a stock investor, and then that's kind of how I got my spot in relation to my mother. And then she had texted my mom not too long ago and asked it if I wanted the opportunity to be Mr. Black Excellence this year. And I said, sure. So then I wrote out my essay saying how I aspired to Black Excellence and all my different achievements and what I want to do.
Wow, that is what's up. So what has been the most, throughout all of you all's journey with the Black and Natural Pageant, what has been the most fun part?
The most fun part for me has been the appearances. I get to go around and all the little girls, they see this big, amazing girl with this big crown on them. To them, it's just so big. And so it's just so exciting to see the joy on their faces and to know that I'm making some type of difference for them, to know that they have an image that they can actually look up to. Yeah. Oftentimes when we're in our communities and things like that, we don't have an image that we can see ourselves going somewhere else. So I'm glad and so excited to be that image for them.
Oh, that is amazing. And to your point, like that, to what you just said, that's how I feel about what Beyonce did with the Homecoming documentary and performance that she did at Coachella. Seeing all of those beautiful black and brown faces playing all of these instruments, in the band, in the orchestra, be it the line dance or whatever. And for young people to see like, oh man, I see myself. I too can do that. So that's very important. What about you two? What's been the most fun part about this process with the pageant? Thank you.
Like Brianna said, just seeing all the younger girls, like, and older girls, like, just inspiring them to become, like, I want them to, like, show their faces to the world and not just, like, hide under, like, their hoods. And I want, like, all the other, like, ones just to have fun. And, like, I loved all, like, when they were laughing, hugging, and everything. It was just fun.
Yeah, indeed. How about you, Marley?
The same thing, that they don't have to cover themselves. They can show their true beauty to the world.
Yeah, and self-acceptance. That is so what's important. So now that you all's reign is about to come to an end, what are you going to do now?
Me?
Yeah.
How to serve my community?
Yeah, okay.
I would make blessing bags for the homeless.
Oh.
And I would read to younger children.
You like to read? Me too. I like to read too. That's great, Marley. How about you, Zay?
I would go around and, like, pick up trash, like, and just brighten people's days, listen to elderly people's stories, and just make them happy and excited that they're here. And I don't want anybody in this world to be sad. I want everybody just to have happiness. I want this world to be happiness.
Indeed. I'm with you on that one. How about you, Brianna?
Just continue to build my personal brand. As far as I've started my personal brand, Brianna the Brand, my plus size model and brand ambassador brand.
Okay.
So further doing things with that to further show other young black girls, I'm repeating myself a lot, but other young black girls and other young black women, or black women in general, about their acceptance of themselves, acceptance of their true beauty, just total acceptance, and just going around and continuing to speak to these groups of people, continuing to be a light in my community.
No doubt. And Mr. Black Excellence, Mr. Isaiah Samuel, What about you? What's next?
My reign just started, so my reign isn't coming to an end.
Right, so he is like, I am the king. I am just now beginning, so look out.
Yes, I actually just got the title of Mr. Black Excellence 2019 this year. Okay. So do you want to hear my plan?
Yeah.
All right, so as Mr. Black Excellence, one of the first things I want to do is I want to make sure I have an impact on all the youth, like especially the Black community starting first and then further branch out. But one of the main things that I want to do, aside from like helping out the like immediate community close to me, I want to slowly change the school system, or not change, I'd say improve.
Yeah.
Because I want to start here in Houston, because Houston, from what I've heard, is the most diverse city in the U.S.
Yep.
So if it works here, all the different cultures blended. If it works here, it's going to work everywhere else. Or I should say, when it works here, it's going to work everywhere else.
Hey, yes, indeed. I like you a lot. I'm going to be looking out for you, Isaiah.
Thank you.
Ladies, I really, really appreciate you guys coming on the program. Is there anything that you want to say to the young girls out there who may be feeling a bit insecure or that they're not enough? Any encouraging words for them?
Just stay yourself, and you're beautiful inside and out. Indeed. And you're talented.
How about you, Zay?
Just keep smiling and always keep your head up and never feel like you're nothing, and like just keep smiling, like I said.
Yeah. Brianna?
Just realize that you were born a queen. So realize you're a queen already, and walk into your queendom by being yourself, by being true to who you are, by being authentically you. And one day you'll reach the throne.
Indeed. And for our young kings out there, Mr. Black Excellence.
Okay, well, I'd actually like to shout out to the queens real quick.
Yeah.
So for our melanin queens, that melanin skin that you have, that dark skin tone, that smooth cocoa butter skin, that's your crown right there. So don't let nobody take that away from you, and nobody ever can.
I love that. Yo, give it up for yourselves. Yeah, Brianna McField, Zaynah Ahmad, and Marley Cunningham, all Miss Black and Natural Pageant queens, and to the future, Mr. Black Excellence, Isaiah Samuels. Thank you all for coming on.
Thank you.
Thank you too.
Thank you.
And thank you for listening to Access Houston.
We'll be back with more Access Houston on 97.9 The Box.